Welcome, everybody, back to the Different Spectrums podcast. Uh, we're a show dedicated to helping people understand, identify, and normalize their emotions with scenes from movies and shows, specifically certain scenes. Uh, Most likely, you've already watched these movies and shows, but we're going to use a different perspective, and one could say a different spectrum.
Womp womp womp.
And with that, I'm your co-host for the show, Spencer. And as always, we're joined with our licensed clinical therapist and co-host, Nazir.
Yeah.
There he is.
No one puts baby in the corner.
Wish that baby would stay there. We want to thank you today for joining us, and it's a pleasure to have you. So today we're talking about Men in Black 3. And in this scene, it's more about calming, having like a more calm mindset and being relaxed. Maybe having some pie.
Yeah, with a little pie.
Having some pie.
A little bit pie. They ain't heard no one. We like the good pie.
Yeah, it was a good pie, and then there's bad pie. Today's a good pie.
But no pie is really bad pie. It's all good pie.
Anything else this here before we get into the scene?
Jesus. ADHD's in full gear. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so
Always
it's a
turn
scene.
to an old black man. No, wait a minute. I have to address this. Don't turn into an old black man whenever you're trying to talk about some subjects. Pie, boats.
That's the only thing I talk about. Food and boats.
Go ahead. Go ahead, black man.
The scene is again with Jay. So we did an earlier episode of Men in Black, but this is again with Jay and Kay. But it's a younger version of Kay. So him and Will Smith are having it out. And there's a lot of anxiety and different things that they're doing in the diner, all surrounded by pie. And so I've broadened this scene up to clients. I think it's just a fun one. In saying that, before we get into the scene, thank you for everyone that's been subscribing. The YouTube is starting to gain a lot of followers, a lot of good comments, but the Instagram is on fire. And we're getting DMs with like things to look at all the time, and we're adding them in the shows. We've got about 3 weeks behind in content that we're getting to that's already mapped out for each day, which is awesome. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I will get to them, and I will put them in our Excel sheet, and we will have some fun with those scenes, specifically if I want to throw in the other therapists. So much appreciated. If you could, give us the movie and a little timestamp or approximation. All right, let's get into the scene. Let's check it out. Let's therapize the heck out of it.
Woo-woo.
We need pie.
What?
My granddaddy always said, if you got a problem that you can't solve, helps to get out of your head. Pie, it's good.
Pie?
Yeah.
Your granddaddy, heavyset man?
A little bit.
Yeah. You know what? We've been doing smart stuff. We've been following clues, doing real police work. It might be time we do something stupid. Something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what? Now I want some pie, Kay. I want some pie. Let's go get some dumbass pie.
Sounds good.
You do any special?
My associate will have the same thing he always has after he looks at the menu for 10 minutes and asks about the specials twice. He's gonna have a slice of apple pie with a nasty piece of cheddar. I'm gonna have the strawberry rhubarb. Since it's my last meal, I'm gonna splurge a little bit. World-class serial killer out there, and we're having pie.
So what do you do in your spare time, Strat? See, I sense you're not embracing the concept here, right? Pie don't work unless you let it.
I'm gonna let it.
When you say we don't talk, right? You go ahead. Ask me any question, anything you want. As long as it doesn't have to do with the case. I mean, just let her rip.
What's up with UNO?
You know?
Yeah, UNO.
All right, this is it. A while back, I was assigned to keep tabs on a musician, Mick Jagger. He was in this British band, Rolling Stones.
Rings a bell.
We believed he was on the planet to breed with Earth women. And so I was in London, and that's when I met up. Just smart, funny, a great smile. And we find ourselves in this pub, which is a bar, all right? Warm beer and the worst food you ever ate. We just played darts till the sun came up. Neither of us wanted to leave.
What the hell happened to you, man?
I don't know, it hasn't happened yet. Come on, what about you, Slick? In the future, you got yourself a girl?
I got you.
Cannot believe this. Freaking New York Mets.
Total losers.
It's a rough time to be a Mets fan.
Tell me about it. Never gonna catch the Cubs.
It's funny, the Mets actually won it all this year.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hey, look, 3 months from now, your buddies down there gonna be calling them the amazing Mets and the miracle Mets.
What? What you got there, Hoss?
Yeah, Cannon said it's amazing, it's a miracle. I'll see you at the game. I know where he is.
Told you to trust the pie.
You're late.
Sorry, lost track of time. How do you know that song?
Drink your coffee. We got work to do.
What do you know and what do you don't know?
How the hell do I know what I don't know?
That's a really good question. Did we go to Woo's last night?
Yeah.
Boglodites?
Been extinct for 40 years.
Perfect. Did we talk on the phone last night?
You hung up on me.
Yeah, I did. But that was because of all of those secrets the universe doesn't know about. But I've realized that last night was a long, long time ago. And really, I just want to say thank you.
It's been my privilege.
You know, there's a really high possibility now that I might know some things you don't know.
I doubt it.
Hey, I bet I know what went down with you and O.
She's a very fine lady, but you know the rules. There's no fraternizing amongst agents.
I think y'all might have fraternized a time or two.
This is my new favorite moment in human history.
All right. And we're back. So immediate reactions from me. It's just so interesting seeing seeing the different actors play Kay, and just how like they're similar but they're different. Like you can even see Jay was just like, what happened to you, right? And that's just like an interesting thing. It's like if we could go back and then see ourselves at a time where we're either like really innocent, or or the other way around where we're just we're going through stuff, and we're just like, wow, what is going on there? But then that moment when it's all about to change, whether it's for good or for bad. And obviously it was when Kay saw Jay's dad get killed. That was that big scene. So that was a really cool moment for me when I first watched the movie. That was actually a pretty sad scene, but it was cool in a way of just seeing like how even though like Kay seemed like he was just a nobody at first, like he really knew him, and then he helped him pave the way through being like in the Men in Black for Jay. So
Entire career.
yeah. But yeah, man, that's like my first reaction. But then also, I kind of just want to say that like this, you kind of get a good perspective on things. Like I said, wherever you are, it's nice to see that just that change in you. You know,
Yeah.
for me, I was had my innocent days and things like that, and so it would be interesting to see where I am now or where I was compared to where I am now and things like that. So
Yep. To where he was, to where you are now, to where he will be. So kind of
yeah.
like building off episode 1
Mhm.
when he's just starting his journey, and then all the way now this is episode 3
Right.
where it's the very end of the last episode, right? And then you got the dude Thor took over the new one. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
MIB International, I think it was called.
Yep.
Bro. So I think I almost got teary eyed in one of those scenes.
Mm.
I guess when he's just sitting there looking at Kay when he's older, because I almost exited
Mhm.
out. So he's looking at Kay and he's like, "Damn, dog, you still here? How do you know this scene?" He's like, "You're late
Mhm.
because it's time to eat pie." And he's always been eating pie through all the episodes. It's his thing. And now
Mhm.
you know it's because his granddad did it, and he makes a joke. Your granddad, he's a heavy man, isn't he? He got to beat us. Because I mean, if pie is your coping method, you're probably not healthy.
Probably.
Yeah, you're probably not the healthiest person. Most people, it's like exercise, music, maybe puzzles or video games. And he's like, no pie. Yep. So it's a funny scene. Okay. How can a therapist use this? How can a client use this? So we've done episodes on coping skills. This is a wonderful scene on using your coping skill or something that's been passed down throughout your lineage. So if like there's people that you loved and they did certain things and he's doing it because his granddad did it, it's something that reminds you of them and connects you to them, to family, and then also something that you've learned to be your coping skill. It brings you peace because that person brought you peace. It's all kind of connected.
Mm.
So pie's his thing. It's his comfort. It's his safe spot. It's where he intellectualizes and kind of lets things sit and simmer and chill, and then boom. So he's telling Jay, just let the pie sit in. You gotta believe in the pie. You don't always have to be go, 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 go. Take a moment to sit back and chill. Let's say our students that are writing papers. Sometimes you're not gonna be able to crank out that paper. You need to like stew on your ideas, brainstorm, and then come to it the next day. Maybe you write the paper one day and then you do all your editing the following days after. That way it looks fresh. You get a new set of eyes on it. Same thing when it comes to the coping skills. Sometimes we need a new thing and maybe not the old thing. We need something that makes us comfortable, but if it makes us too comfortable and we're having an anxiety or panic attack, maybe we need to switch to something else. But you have to believe and give it a chance. When I'm going over these skills in therapy, breathing and all this, and, try these coping methods with like temperature and scent and smell. They're like, I'm like, give it a shot, you turd. I'm trying not to swear because they keep editing me out on Instagram. Give it a shot. You never know what's going to work. And as soon as he stops thinking about something, he gets distracted with those dudes in the Mets.
Mhm.
Idea comes to him. And then they go off and they save the world and all that stuff, and his dad dies. Hopefully that doesn't happen in your therapy session. I never know. Story time. To work with a client. I said, you can do all these different things with temperature and breath mints and all this stuff and like breathing it in and right all that. So see if you get you a lifesaver. So I went and I got a lifesaver. They said, hey, it's actually called lifesaver. And I'm like, yeah, you think I just made up a name? So I went and gave him the saver. Now we're both, chewing on them and sucking on the things, right? We're chilling and we're talking. And I led them down some emotions and we talked and they began to cry and get like frustrated and anxious and they began to cry about some of the things going on. I said, hey, how's that mint taste? And then boom, their emotions completely stopped. They focused on the mint and they were able to regulate. I said, remember, when you start getting animated, focus back in on the mint itself. Because they didn't really get the deep breathing cessation from the mint.
Mm-hmm.
But they said the taste was very powerful. And it was like
Right.
overwhelmingly powerful. I said, good. But when you get all up in your emotions and stuff, you get lost in it. So bring them back to the taste. She also said the smell was powerful. So I said, okay, maybe we put some lotion or some perfume right on our chest, not on our clothes, but on our chest.
Mm-hmm.
We can get in there, smell it real quick, or do one of these. You're good. She said, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. I said, please do. I allowed her to process and work through the emotions actually in the session. It happened again today. I steered a client to a different direction, oh so subtly. The tears and everything went away instantly. I said, oh my God, what the hell just happened? I didn't even realize it. So what just happened? They're just sitting there. I don't know what just happened. What are you talking about? You were just sobbing with boogers coming out, and then now you like chill. What just happened? Why am I saying this? Sometimes to get pointed in a different direction, we need to identify the emotion, what's going on, and then we need to do an intervention, a speed bump. Trust in using these speed bumps, folks. Trust in pie.
Trust in pie.
Trust in pie. If you actually think about it, let's say your mom was like a baker, this pie scene could be wonderful. Because you could smell the pie, taste the pie, the warmth, all of it.
Yeah.
Or even if you just like sweets. We've all had a fresh pie come right out of the oven or at the bakery. And it's nice and warm and it's like kind of steamy and stuff like that. Like, damn it, I'm getting hungry again and I can feel my mouth like watering. And it's got the crumbles in it. And you know what I'm saying? It's got the apples in it. And then you bite into it and it's a little chewy. Yeah.
Stop describing the food. You're just making yourself more hungry. You just licked your lips. Gross.
One of the good pies.
Oh my God.
Trust in pie. Kay had it down pat.
Yes.
All right, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
There is some other stuff to unpack in there. We're not really going to get to all that, but I did want to get to is what you said, Spence.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What changed in you?
Right.
I assume there was a lot of. I assume the coming moments when his father dies and all that. I assume there's a lot of baggage with that, and how much he loved that kid.
Yeah.
Or him, and then and so he's changed. It'll change you. Losing someone and hard decisions, it'll change you.
Well, also he had to neuralize him. He had to neuralize the kid so he'd forget, like what just happened to his dad, because Kay saw or Jay saw what happened too. So
yep,
that's
so
a tough thing, like making somebody forget that their dad just died or something like that, or just forgetting like their dad even existed or something like that,
it's
right?
intense, and so you have to live with those things, and that'll change you. And so maybe that's what happened with Kay, and that's why he went from being a big old softy to like this strict, stubborn. He might have been on a mission to meet this kid again one day.
Yeah,
might have been on a mission, but the world can change you if you allow it. Last story. It's got something to do with this, but not. I want to focus on this for the folks that will be paying attention to this on the podcast. Human come into the office, and some folks were being nasty to them. Maybe a little bullying them or others, and they were in helping out others, right? They were leading this thing together. This person and this other person. This one person that was leading it was just a nasty person. Let's go to quote unquote frat boy type of situation where the other person is kind of a very kind empath, caregiver, a little bit nerdy, a little bit awkward, you know. Let's say neurodivergent. And instead of aligning with the one person, the frat boy guy, they stayed tried and true to who they are instead of assimilating and become like the rest, the others. They did what they were supposed to do. They took care of the other folks that are like them, different, neurodivergent, and they stood for themselves as best they could. And the person comes in and I got ran over again. I didn't even realize it was too late. I said, young person, the fact that you didn't become them and you didn't join in and you stayed sticking to what you were doing and helping out others and sticking up for others, you did good. Just because you didn't cut them off and you didn't do it more aggressively and change things doesn't mean that you failed. doesn't mean that you failed. The fact that you didn't turn into some dirtbag is a success. Why is that a success? I did the bare minimum. You don't understand. Some humans are so awesome like you that we can't afford to lose you to that other side. We can't afford to lose you to the Sith, to the dark side. You can't. It's like an Anakin thing with Obi. You were supposed to save the universe, not join them.
Yeah.
I get a lot of students like that, brother, where I'm like, y'all about to save the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
I brought this up because Kay obviously let some things change him. Maybe for good, maybe for worse. Who knows? Don't let the world poison y'all. I don't know why I felt like talking on this fully, but don't let the world poison y'all. If you're good folk, innocent folk, nerdy folk, awkward folk, kind and empathetic folk, don't let the world make you cold and bitter. Don't let the world win like that. Continue to do what you need to do. Move forward. Continue to love, even if you know that you may get hurt. Continue to love. Don't become like the other monsters. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Felt like preaching on that today. So, therapists out there, counselors, social workers, wonderful seeing the show. We're teaching coping skills, teaching patience, and also teaching about how someone can change. If you want to talk about mentorship and the awkwardness of making them sit in a coping skill, or maybe like doing your thing while they're stewing on theirs and they want you to hurry up and talk, you're like, nah, we're going to sit this one out. It's a good scene. It's a good therapy scene. All right. I'm going to go eat some freaking pie.
Let's all eat some pie.
Spencer, I'm going to let you take us out.
Okay. All right, people.
Any last words, or are we about to like and share it?
Let's like and share. I think we should end on that note.
Okay.
That note. All right. So thank you everybody for watching once again. Want to make sure that we have a lot of content coming. We have 3 weeks worth of content that we have planned out already, but we want more. We want more. So unlimited videos. So please comment, like, and we want to make sure not only are you doing on the YouTube page, but follow us on the Instagram. If you have any ideas of what we should be talking about, DM or comment underneath one of our videos.
Yep.
We'll see it. We'll reply to it. Awesome.
That's it.
So yeah, I mean, got anything else?
No, that's it. Follow us, like, comment, share. But yeah, follow the good stuff on Insta. The Instagram is where we live. It's where we survive.
Mm-hmm. With that, like,
share, comment,
do it all.
Do it all. And we're gonna do a little awkward dance. I'm gonna hit you one of these. Yep. Hammer time. Oh yeah, it's my birthday.
It's his birthday. It's a birthday boy.
Yep. I'm getting a wig.
We got an afro.
All right, bye.